as a successful businessman, you've worked for yourself for a while, and how did you, because I know a lot of successful men, it's when they're married, they have children, it's hard to walk that fine line, especially when you're working 80, 100 hours a week trying to get something off the ground, and especially being in show business like you are, it's definitely a challenging field. So how did you balance marriage with Tracy and your wonderful daughters there? How did you walk that fine line?
And this is a subject, I mean, as I read the questions, and this is a deal that I still, if I could go back, I'm not sure I would still go down the path if I'm just transparent today. Because it's, it is successful. And I think as a successful businessman, as a Christian man, we have to be careful. We have to be careful and guard and not pluck something out and say, oh, this is from the Lord. And so as I went and we've been successful, I mean, from a worldly standpoint, we've been successful, but then we have been successful too as using the show for a platform. But I've had to really decipher, okay, God, is this from you, or is this something that the devil can get in there? Because the truth of the matter is, I did lose time with my wife and kids. And, as you're going through it, it's hard to get a hold of it. But when you look back and you go, man, I wish I would have been there more. And so I would tell anybody listening, be careful. Seek. I wish I would have had counsel that maybe could have helped me through more. And today, 50 years old now, I try to be more careful. I mean, I really live in Romans 8:28, where it talks about God is working everything for good to those who love Him. So basically, the ones that are saved, He's working everything for good for His His purpose, His kingdom, to those that are called. So as I hunt now, it's not like I can go, oh, we're going to go to episode day. We're dealing with wild animals, but the Lord can produce that episode like that. And so if I'm in His will, staying grounded in His word, and again, back kind of the question is, I didn't do it all right, Levi. I didn't. We've been successful financially over time, and we have. I've shared the gospel with a lot of people, but I think if we interviewed my wife and my kids, they would say, well, yeah, we missed out on some of that, and I don't like that. And again, now today, as we're older and they're older, they see the platform that it has dealt with, and we deal with thousands, if not millions, on a national level, but even like producers in-house and that kind of stuff, that's where we've really got to be hands-on with making sure and sharing the gospel.
So being out there in the world, I'm sure that you've been outdoors all your life, and there's a verse in the Bible that I wanted to read, Psalm 19:1. It says, the heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament showeth His handiwork. Day unto day uttereth speech, and night unto night showeth forth knowledge. There is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard. And I just wondered, how often does that play in your mind when you're out there looking at these sunrises, looking at these plains, these trees, these animals out there? How often are you like, wow, this is God's glory that I get to go out there and see all the time?
Well, now all the time. If I rewind, Levi, when I first started, it's kind of going back to it was so hard to see the journey when I first started, because you were all wrapped up in success of the kill. You had to get the kill to make the episode, so this sponsor was happy. You had to perform, whatever, this gun or this bow, and so you didn't see the sunrises. You didn't see the sunsets. I mean, I can't tell you how I've had to teach these guys even that work for me. Listen, slow down, see it. Don't you get caught up. You stay in the journey. And so now it's real easy to me. I mean, a bird whistling over here. I mean, the sunrise. Yeah. I'm more, God has given me more of that wisdom and discernment. Praise you. I mean, because I got so wrapped up in it. And then all of a sudden you get to going teetering down the wrong way. You haven't performed. Well, you sure ain't seeing the journey now. You're just, and so I've learned that, and being able to teach that to these boys. So that verse is perfect, because, I mean, it just takes a second, right? I mean, all out there is His creation, and it's unreal. From the sounds to the, a lot of times we'll be in Colorado in September, we'll see the leaves change. We'll leave there and end up in Ohio, see the leaves change in the big ridges there, and then come back through Oklahoma and see so we might get 3, maybe 4 leaves changing those fall colors, and it's so evident what God is,